Funny, because I was talking about the Tower and the Three of Cups, a bit of disconnection. We feel disconnected from spirit. Some of this has been this collective energy, the energy of the planet right now. The distractions, essentially, that are going on with many different interjections of shadow. And funny that it was just a knock on the door and a disruption, because I was talking about the Tower card, which is disruption and change. A change to the way perhaps we've been connecting. If we're not going out in nature, and if we're not grounding in Nine of Pentacles with gratitude, when we're feeling hypervigilant and reconnecting to source energy, we may feel disconnected from that flow of love with our spirit team. And from that position, we feel guarded with the Nine of Wands. However, with the Magician, we have the ability and the tools to transform, transmute, and soften these energies by recognizing that behind every desire is our desire to feel good. We have the Death card in reverse on bottom, echoing yesterday's energy of release, letting go, moving forward. How is Spirit helping today? How is Spirit helping? What advice do we have? Oh, the Sun card. Coming out in reverse, but wanting to be upright. The Sun is illumination, connection, like the crown chakra. Literally has the same exact positioning, opening our hands up to spirit, kind of like I'm getting, like, fuck it, you take care of it. Because Source knows what we want, and we've launched enough rockets to know that the bondage is no longer serving us. The Devil card reverse, and the King of Wands reversed, asking us to put down an advertence of masculine energy trying to do all the work, as well as the Wheel of Fortune reverse, which is a 10 card, 10 being completions, and also the Wheel of Fortune is the card that comes out after, death and changes have occurred. It's the point in which we either remain stuck or allow the wheel to turn in our favor and move forward. So let's go to the book and see how this all relates. Today is June 12th, we have an adventure of far-reaching walls of your subconscious mind. Get out of your comfort zone today. Rather than playing games in your head, like the Nine of Swords, experience, the number 9, invites you to step into the present moment. First card on the day, the present. Gemini season has the... By taking on projects and relationships that push you into the unknown, if something makes you excited yet nervous, pursue it with wild abandon. But as you explore, be sure to address anxiety, the Nine of Swords. Gemini season has the mind to overdrive, but try not to get lost in the dread that comes from fear-based thinking. Yes, with the Queen of Swords reversed, that fear that the past is going to resurface again, fear of changes, fear of what's to come, when the wheel is, when we're kind of on the bottom of the wheel waiting for it to turn. And if you find yourself spiraling down the hole of worst case scenarios, call a dear friend and ask them to calmly bring you back to reality. Help you get that wheel turning. If you can move fear out of the way, you can tap into memory, the moon. If a situation today triggers an emotional response from your past, place logic on the side and listen to what your emotions are trying to tell you. There can be a great wisdom in these internal responses. The subconscious is far more intelligent than we give it credit for, so live in accordance with what your nervous system is telling you. Using our intuition with the Magician, tuning in to the power of our feelings, the Four of Swords, and going within. And now the Moon card is out here when the Sun originally came out reverse position. That echoes the Moon, because when the Sun is down, the Moon is up. Today's mantra: I will make peace with my fear of the unknown. The Death reversed, the Devil reversed, King of Wands reversed. Are kind of in the dark about where we're headed, where this passion, this new idea might take us. And so that fear of the unknown can bring up these old ideas of hypervigilance. However, it is a gift to promote us to be in the present. On a piece of paper for today's ritual, write down a memory that's quite hard for you to make peace with. Leave this note weighted down by a rock somewhere outside overnight so it can bask underneath the moon. Even if it isn't visible to the naked eye, before you leave it, repeat the prayer: Lunar magic, help me to heal the past so I can bring power of my subconscious into the present. Today's journal prompt: how was I taught to deal with fear and anxiety while growing up? Was it alcohol? Was it marijuana? Was it escapism? Was it needing to control? Or toxic ways of joining in the battles, trying to force the outcome, coming from a place of disconnect? How do you react to these triggers, and how can we recognize what gift the triggers are here to offer? Hmm. What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days in our lives haven't even happened yet. Anne Frank. Beautiful. And if someone who went through the Holocaust, through death and toil and manipulation and literally dealt with the devil, who had to stay hidden during, go within, she had to be hidden during times of turmoil with the Five of Wands. And I imagine she felt very disconnected. However, times like this can teach us healthy boundaries, as well as healthy mindsets, which can also be a boundary for ourselves. Feeling drawn to read, behind every desire is my desire to feel good. There is no desire that anyone holds for any other reason than that they believe they will feel better in the achievement of it. Whether it is a material object, a physical state of being, a relationship, a condition, or a circumstance, at the heart of every desire is the desire to feel good. Yeah, and just know, we got the direction with the hair here. Sometimes we have to push things to the side, like being focused about our looks or how people are perceiving us. Because when we're over-focused on the material, we're not connecting to that source, that body, mind, and spirit. We're not able to feeling like we can celebrate with friends, especially when there has been upsets or fighting, differentiations of opinion. However, we only need know that I am standing on the leading edge of thought. And as we embrace the element of air here in Gemini season, we know that I am open to all knowledge and wisdom. Just as all of your experiences from the time of your birth into your physical body until now have culminated into who you now are, all that has ever been experienced by all that is has culminated into now being experienced in the physical life experience on planet Earth. And we are a physical extension of this source energy. And with gratitude, we can see, even when we're at the bottom of the wheel, we can look at these changes and upset or breakups as a chance to transform through this process to begin again. Get a few clarity cards. And I believe that'll be good for today. So for those of you that don't know, I am an empathic coach. It is my desire to help people recognize where they are at intuitively, to help them tune in to nature and spirit to truly feel good, and to feel good in their desires, to feel good about their desires. Can I get some clarity on the Queen of Swords and the Five of Wands? So we might have a feminine. We've been going back and forth between this toxic feminine and toxic masculine within our thoughts, and kind of feeling that tug of both. You know, we can't focus on just the toxic masculine approach. Healing, moving forward, connecting to our inner child is about marrying both of those, like a Kundalini awakening. It's about bringing to heart center the masculine and the feminine. A clarifying card on the Queen of Swords here. We have the La Papisse, which en français, that is the High Priestess, of using our wisdom, looking in our journals, connecting. Yes, the Ace of Swords falling out on my lap. Down here by the Nine of Pentacles. Reassuring us to use mental clarity of gratitude, and as well as to give ourselves the credit for the work that we've done, that we are on the right path, that we do have the strength and the mental ability to begin again. The Tower in reverse with the Five of Wands. Inevitable changes, and they don't have to be drastic changes. They can be small changes. We're going through this process of changing what it is we're going to fight for, and what battles aren't ours to fight, you know. Four of Swords, gonna get some clarity around the Four of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So going within to recognize how the changes that have brought us to the journey of rebuilding we find ourselves on. There may also be an earth sign coming in to offer us a gift that allows us to reconnect and feel good about our position and moving forward. We get the clarification on the Nine of Wands and the Magician. Got the Queen of Cups. So bringing stability from within, feeling get kind of like these changes have tipped the scales, and now this also mean that these cups are being directed towards our chalice so that we may create an overflow, once again with gratitude and presence, being present with where we are, to deal with any anxiety, and to bring love to the memories, regardless of the changes that have occurred. So we're going through these changes around what we're willing to fight for and what's not worth our time anymore. The Seven of Cups reversed, moving out of indecision and the Empress. So totally asking us to be in our stable feminine energy, to stop and smell the flowers, to feel protected, to reconnect to the fact that we are an extension of source energy. She has her wings. She's regained her position on top of the sun here, her position over the devil and the death, the changes, what must naturally occur in this wheel of fortune, especially when we feel like we're at the bottom of the wheel or being rolled over, perhaps even feeling like we've been forgotten about. We only need to look back at those memories, whatever memories pop up, with compassion and love and a sense of innocence, as well as a desire to try again. And the Judgment card coming out on bottom, the underlying energy, reminding us that the angels, our guides, are working with us, that judgment is out of our hands, that we need not judge the situations, need not judge those who may have hurt us, or this process that we've been through of dealing with the toxic and masculine and feminine energies that might have had us in a place of hypervigilance. But now that we've come to recognize, when we focus on our truth in the presence, that no matter what, I'm a part of source energy, and we allowed it to be guided, the weighing of the hearts and the judgment comes in after our heart has been weighed against a feather. And we need not judge ourselves any further by keeping ourselves stuck, allowing ourselves to move out of the land of indecision, to transform and transmute with the Magician, and to get the wheel turning again in our favor. 24:44 on the clock. Reminding that you are protected, that you're an extension of source energy, that the foundations, the love, are connected to our senses, our smell, our touch, our feel, our taste, are all gifts to appreciate and to basically give yourselves a break, to embrace the changes, the element of air, Gemini season, and be open to the knowledge and the wisdom the High Priestess has. I hope this finds you all in a fantastic altitude. I love you. Thank you for your co-creation in this environment and community, and I look forward to our journey together. For now, au revoir. Bye.